Hey, so it's Michael Sheehan, HighTechDad, and I'm at the Animoto. Is this the headquarters?
Headquarters is actually in New York.
Okay.
This is the San Francisco office.
Great, with Brad Jefferson. So he's the CEO
That's
and
right.
co-founder
That's
of
right.
Animoto. So thanks for spending a few minutes to talk about this exciting service that you guys have been offering now for how many years?
Geez, well, it's going to be 5 years in August.
5 years.
Yeah.
That's great. And so tell me about the vision behind it. You know, what sort of compelled you to create something like this?
Yeah, and it's fun because the current trends of technology and about things like everyone can create video now and from your phone even. I mean, all these things weren't even around when we first started this company, but the original vision in 2006 was there was such a disparity between the kind of video content that was online versus on television. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to bridge that gap. And so specifically, our CTO, Stevie, he was working for Peter Jennings Productions, and he was responsible for actually putting together long-form documentary content in a way that was compelling and emotive on a big screen. And so he was trying to figure out how to automate that process mm-hmm. through algorithms, and basically automate his job, like put himself out of the job almost.
Nice. That's what technology does, it seems like.
Exactly. And so it's actually 4 friends from high school that co-founded this company. We got together and sort of discussed that idea a bit and came up with the realization that if we could create the same technology but allow anyone through an internet connection, and this is before mobile phones really had internet connections, but through an internet connection could create this kind of stuff, that would be really compelling. So without knowing about any of the editing features or transitions or any of that stuff, just point to video clips, photos, music, and then let Animo take care of the rest.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So I've used your service now, a few times to showcase some cars that I've test driven, and I must say, the experience of doing it is extremely easy. I mean, you can import photos in from your hard drive. You can pull it in from Flickr. You just mm-hmm. added Instagram
that's
as
right.
well, so that's a great thing. And then it just sort of does its magic, and you get an email saying, "Hey, your video's done."
Yeah, and what's exciting about it is the vision just sort of keeps growing. Like if you look at the vector of ease of use and the vector of just stunning video that makes you want to cry or go for a run, or like adrenaline pumping kind of a thing. If you look at those two things, there's so much to do on both of those axes. And so we're pushing hard in both of those areas. But in this most simplistic, narrowed down value proposition, it's all about making it easy to create and share extraordinary videos of your life.
Mm-hmm. That's great. So obviously you're developing every day. So what are some of the exciting new things that you guys have coming?
So we just launched, as you said, the Instagram import feature. So now if you are on Instagram, you can easily pull photos from there. We have an iPhone app that we launched just in December, mm-hmm. and it's in just 3 months now, about 10% of our video creations are actually done through the iPhone.
Wow.
So it's really, really taking off. And one of the features that we just launched a couple weeks ago is that you can now include video clips through the iPhone. So previous to that, it was just photos that you could synchronize with music.
And are you going to be porting that to the Android platform as well?
Yeah, we actually are actively developing that.
Great.
So yeah, we're really excited about the Android, the look and feel. We just reviewed the storyboards for it recently, and it's going to be pretty cool.
That's great. That's great. And you're a dad as well.
I am.
To put that in there. So are you using this for your home videos all the time?
Yeah, it's funny. When we started the company, of my 3 co-founders, none of us had kids. Mm-hmm. And 4 years ago, I was the first to have a kid, and then our CTO had a kid a couple years later, and then Jason, our president, he actually just had twin girls.
Wow.
Monday.
Wow! Congratulations!
Congratulations, Jason and Jen.
Their hands are full.
Yeah,
literally.
Exactly. And actually, Jason sort of took a page out of our book, which was. He had an Animoto video of his twin girls, I think it was a half an hour after they were born, nice. Sent out, and that was the birth announcement.
That's great.
And it was, we brought everyone in the office together and people were crying. It was really touching.
That's great.
But that's sort of I think that's sort of an important thing about Animoto is people use it for everyday use, like going to the beach or visiting a city or something. But it's particularly good for special occasion stuff. And so, like, you know, the fact that people think about using Animoto as they're delivering a baby,
right?
Like, I got to get this.
Let me get my phone.
Exactly, I got to turn this into an Animoto video. That's really important to us. And so, one of the things that we have coming up is a new Mother's Day style.
And you're going to show me that, or something similar.
Exactly.
To
Yeah.
Right.
I'll show you the way that we've approached Mother's Day in years past.
Great. What's the most unique use that you've seen?
Most unique.
Yeah. I
don't get that question very often. I've seen some people really test the depths of what we call our cinematic technology.
Okay.
So what the cinematic technology is it's the algorithms to figure out how to do the editing. So again, as a user, you're literally just uploading photos or retrieving them from a site like Instagram, picking a song, and you don't do anything else.
Right.
So it's that simple. And so what the magic of Animoto is that it's trying to figure out like how to map it all to the music just right so that it's perfectly emotive and that your photos are moving to the beat of the music and those kinds of things. So someone did a video where they took 1 second clips, like several 1 second video clips in a song that kind of had a certain beat, and it was curious if Animoto would actually figure out how to get it all to map together. And so it was a very artistic, almost Radiohead style video.
Wow.
And it was really cool. And what I loved about it is that it was like really testing the limits of how good our cinematic technology is, and it came out looking awesome.
That's great. Well, why don't we take a look at the product in action, and then we can talk a little bit more.
Perfect.
All right, we're in front of a large monitor here to see the product in action.
Great. So when you go to Animoto.com, it's really easy to get started. You just click on this button and you go right into the video creation flow. But I wanted to show just a sample video that you can see on the website as an example of an Animoto video. So as you can see, it has photos, video, text you can add, and then music, and the music's all royalty free on our site. So let's go to a video that I created for last Mother's Day. And so to give a little bit of a prelude to this, I forgot. I hope my wife's not listening. I forgot a Mother's Day gift last year, and so what I ended up doing was, while she was in the shower in the morning, I grabbed my iPhone and took some pictures of my kids and me. Just with my iPhone, and that was before I had a good iPhone, so it wasn't HD or anything. Created the Animoto video, and then by the time she was out of the shower, I gave her this Animoto video Happy Mother's Day gift. So I'll show you what that looks like.
It's great. It's a great use case, and all of us dads are slackers, so you're on the list. So you guys create all the templates and the styles and all that type of thing.
Yep. And so as you create a video, you pick a style. And so this was one that we released for last Mother's Day, and we're going to be releasing a new one for this Mother's Day in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I must say, it couldn't be easier to create a really compelling video.
So you get a sense.
Yeah.
So I thought it might be fun to just show you how to create a video.
Great.
Okay, so you click on this blue button here, Create Video. And you pick a style. And so you can see we've got about 30 different styles here. And so here's one that we released recently. It's called Through the Blossoms. We actually did this in time for Valentine's Day this year. So this is what it looks like. So that looks like a good style. So let's go ahead and create video. So this step, you can pick your style. So we just did that. So if we want to change it, we can do that. By default, with this style, it selects the music that we just listened to. So that's already picked as well. You can change music if you'd like, and I'll show you that. You add your pictures and videos, and then if you want to add some text, like Happy Mother's Day, you can do that as well. So from a music perspective, we've recommended music in a few different for different occasions, like birthdays and travel. And then we have our most popular songs all listed out, and so you can go through and listen to any of these. And if you like one, you click on Add Song. And then you click Add Pics and Vids. So this is to upload from your own computer. If you have pictures and videos on Facebook or Flickr, PhotoBucket, Picasa, SmugMug, or Instagram, you can pull those back. Or you can even pull from our image library. Why don't we go ahead and do that? So I'll just say, I'll do some heart ones. So now I've got my photos there. And if I wanted to add some text, I can do that. So I'd say, Happy Mother's Day. It's going to put it here. You can see it says Happy Mother's Day. So I can change the order of these things if I'd like. And you'll notice that this green button, once you add a photo, this green button lights up. And so to create the video, you just click on Produce Video.
Yeah, there's one great little feature that I use a lot, which is the highlight. Mm-hmm. So that one, I guess, stays a little bit longer on a particular image or clip.
That's right, yeah. And actually, while this one is rendering, and this will usually take about a minute or two, and that's as fast as it is. So from an effort perspective and a waiting perspective, that's as easy as it is. I'm going to go back to that Mother's Day video that I showed a moment ago. Let's see, here it was. And I'll show a little bit more of the features if you want to get into it a little bit in a little bit more detail. Actually, I wanted to go back. So I'm going to click on Edit Project. So again, this was that video that we showed of last Mother's Day, and you can see there's a ton of stuff in here. So if I want to move things, so as you were saying, Michael, so this one with the yellow highlight, that was spotlit. And so if I want to spotlight another one, I can just click on this button over here, Spotlight, and that'll make that one. And what it does is, these are actually pretty sophisticated editing techniques. What it's doing is it's giving that photo more emphasis, and it's on the screen longer. And so if you were to use a program like iMovie or something, you have to think about, okay, I'm going to have this transition be on for an interval of 5 seconds versus 3 seconds. But with Animoto, you just say, no, start, and we're going to give it more focus. We're going to put it in the center a little bit more. Of course, you can do things like if you want to rotate photos, you can do that. If you need to see a photo in a little bit more detail, you can open it up. So that's, and then some of the advanced settings, if you want to get into those, are reserved. Like if you want to change the thumbnail that comes up when the video is actually emailed to you, you can change what that looks like there. You'll see that there's some grayed out functionality here. For our advanced users that have our Pro offering, they have an ability to take off the Animoto logo. They can put video credits on it, and they can do certain things like that.
And your basic service is free?
Yeah, it's free to create 30-second videos. Okay. If you want to create longer videos, it's $30 a year or $5 a month subscription. For pros, they pay $39 a month or $249 a year. And with the pros, they're also intended for business use, and so all the music is actually cleared for commercial use in that case. The library is twice as big. And you can also do things like put a call to action button against a video, and so a link will pop up in the video itself and point someone to a website. So for instance, you could post a video to Facebook that reviews a car, and then you can say, check out my review, and then you click on the video and it actually goes through to your blog.
Right. I actually use that feature.
Yeah, great. So if I was to go back to this video, I didn't use any personal photos for this one, but here was this one that we just created together. So it's as easy as that.
That's great. How easy is it to share on different social media sites?
Yeah, we've tried to make it as easy as possible. And so if you click on the sharing button up here, well, first off, before you even get there, you can see there's a big Facebook button. So if you want to post it to Facebook, you can do that. You can post it to Twitter. If you just want to like it on Facebook and have a link back, you can do that. We even have a Pinterest button, so if you want to pin it, you can do that. In terms of other ways to share, we've got, you can actually just take the link if you want to link it, or you could grab it from the URL, but email that, or we give you the opportunity to send it through Animoto. This is kind of cool because, especially for procrastinators like me, you can schedule it to like actually send on Mother's Day. And so you can create it a few days earlier, and then Animoto will send it to your wife or mother on Mother's Day itself. So that comes in handy.
Another neat feature that I use actually is exporting it out to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's a tight integration there. It's pretty fast.
That's right. Yeah, it's you can see if you click one level deeper, we basically take every site that you would ever want to post to and give you an opportunity to do that, including YouTube.
Well, I know what I'm going to do for Mother's Day now. I've already got some projects lined up.
Yeah, and there's no excuse for me not to do it.
Yeah, right. You're on the
early this time.
Documented.
Yeah.
Right. So, so where can people find out more?
If you go to animoto.com, ANIMOTO.com, and it's as easy as that.
It really is. Great. Well, thank you very much. I appreciated learning more about it and seeing the demo, and I'll be writing up a little bit more about this, and you can ask me questions about Animoto, about how I use it, and you can do that. You can hit me up on Twitter, and I'm at HighTechDad, or you can visit my website at www.hightechdad.com.
Yeah. And I guess I would say in closing is that we've grown the team a lot. So in the last year, we've actually doubled in team size. So we're at 70 employees now.
Nice.
And so we finally have the opportunity to really push the vision as far as we can take it. And so you're going to see a lot more innovation in the coming weeks and months from Animoto.
Great.
So we're pretty pumped about that.
Bring on the templates.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing is right now we have about 30 styles on the website, and we're gonna accelerate our delivery of those styles. Yeah, there's a lot to do for sure.
Great.
Yeah, actually, I should say is that people will use Animoto a lot for business as well. So even though the personal use case is obvious, people like you that are like reviewing a car are using Animoto or to promote a product or to promote just sort of a business. Or we see a lot of wedding photographers use Animoto.
Mm-hmm.
Different sort of services that are kind of experiential in nature. So like spas and vacation sites, yeah, even reviewing homes, real estate agents. So there's a lot of different ways to use it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Brad.
Thanks, Michael.
All right.